My name is Jinal Jhala and I am your instructor of this subject. In real life, where we can use conditional statements, nowadays in all places temperature testing is mandatory, and if your temperature greater than 100 degree Fahrenheit, then you have a symptom of COVID, otherwise you are safe. So the temperature testing is one condition, and this type of problems we can solve using conditional statement. So in this module we will learn total 5 different types of conditional statements. Which statement? So very first statement is a simple if statement. Then after second is a if else statement. Then third is a nested if else statement. Fourth is a else if later statement. And last switch statement. So start with very first statement, that is simple if statement. And when we use conditional statement, either our condition will be true or false. There are two possibilities, right? So simple if statement is mainly used only for a true part. False part is not available in simple if statement. So when in exam ask any type of conditional statement, you have to write syntax of that statement, then the diagram of the statement, and one example, means one program for the same statement. So let's see first of all syntax, how we can use it. So just to see the syntax, first you have to write if and in bracket condition, or we can say expression. Suppose for temperature testing, temperature greater than 100 is our condition, and if this condition will true, then in curly bracket we have to write true statements only, and then after next is a next statements, means remaining statements we can write here. So here false part is not there. In if else statement we can use false part also. Now how we can represent this syntax into the diagram form? So let's see here. First of all you have to draw the condition, and for condition the symbol is a diamond symbol. Just remember the concept of flow chart. And if this condition will true, then true statements will be executed, yes, and then after next statement will be execute. But if this condition will false, then what happen? These true statements will be skipped and directly our control goes to the next statement. So when this condition false, our control goes to the next statement. Let's see this statement with one example. So the definition is like, check whether a given number is an odd number or even number. First of all, what is odd and what is even number you already learned in mathematics, that the number which is divisible by 2, it is called as an even number, but the number which not divisible by 2, it is called as an odd number. So same thing we have to check here using simple if. So first of all, how we can write the program? First include our header file, that is studio.h. Then after our whole code we have to write in main function. So write void main function. Now we have to check for only single number. So one single variable we have to declare. So here integer number is our variable, and I want to enter the value of this variable at runtime from the user. So we can use scanf function because scanf is our input function. So printf, enter the numbers. So when we run the program, just display the message that enter number. And in scanf we can write like %d because it is a integer and ampersand number. Now we have to write the condition, and how we can write for odd and even numbers. So first think about the even number. So our number is divisible by 2. So for check the remainder, if our remainder will be 0, then we can say that it is divisible by 2. So for that we have to use modulo operator, and modulo is the example of arithmetic operator, right? So we can write the condition like if number modulo 2 is equal to 0, means if you take a number 6, then 6 modulo 2 is equal to 0, remainder we will get 0. Yes, then in true part we can write that printf it is an even number. but by using this condition we can check only for even number. If you want to check for odd number, then what you have to do, again you have to write another if, simple if. How? So just to see second condition, if number modulo 2 is not equal to 0, in this case we can say that it is an odd number. So in true part we can write that printf it is an odd number. So when you run the program, you have a two types of outputs. How? Suppose see the first output, enter number is equal to 5. So first check the condition, 5 modulo 2 is equal to 0. Our condition will be false because 5 is not divisible by 2. So this even number statement will be skipped automatically. And check for another condition. So the second condition for 5 will be true and our output will be displayed like it is an odd number. Same for another number, even number. Suppose I am taking number 6. In this case our first condition will be true and our output is like it is an even number. Then after it will check for second condition, but second condition is false for 6. So odd number statement will be skipped for even number. So in this way simple if will be work. Now let's see one another statement, that is if else statement. So simple if is used for only true part and if else statement is used for true and false both the part. How we can write the syntax? Let's see. First, if and in bracket condition. The same thing we have to write like previous simple if. And if the condition true, then true statement will be execute. Now we have to add one else part, that is our false part. And in else we can write our false statement. Means if your condition become false, then what you want to print, that you have to write in your else part. And one more thing you have to remember, that after if, after else, semicolon is not required in our main function. Otherwise all the remaining statements always ending with semicolon, right? So remember this thing. And how we can write this syntax in the diagram form? So first of all write the condition. If the condition true, then true statements will be execute and then our control goes to the next statement. This false statement will be skipped automatically because at a time only one statement will be executed, either true or false. And if your condition will be false, then in this case your false statement will be execute and then after control goes to the next statement. So here automatically true statement will be skipped. Let's see with the same example odd and even number. So in previous example simple if we have to write two different condition, right? But here we can write this program using if else in a single one condition. How? So just include the library, then after main function same thing we have to write here, enter the number and first condition is for even, that if number modulo 2 is equal to 0. If yes, then true part is it is an even number. In previous example we have write another condition for odd, but here we have to simply put else instead of condition, and in else we have to write false part, that is odd number. So how it will execute? So two types of output will be possible. Suppose I am entering number 5. For 5 our condition become false. So else part will be executed and it is an odd number. And suppose you enter 6 instead of 5. In this case our condition will be true, yes, and it is an even number will be displayed and odd number statement automatically skip. So in this way simple if and if else statement are working. So let's see practically. Welcome to the practical session. In previous example we have seen odd number and even number using simple if statement. In this example we are finding maximum number out of two numbers using simple if as well as if else statement. So let's start with simple if statement. Here the definition already I have write in comment line. So first of all include the library, hash include. studio.h. Then after, our mandatory function is main function. So void main, and our code is writing in curly bracket. First of all, we have to find max from the two numbers. So declare two number, integer a comma b, and I want to enter the value from the user. That's why I am first printf that enter two numbers a and b. Now I want to scan this number, so scanf %d two times, because we have to scan a as well as b, comma %a %b. After enter the input, what is our process? We have to check the condition. So first of all, write the if, and what is the condition? We have to find max. So a greater than b is our condition, and if this condition become true, then we have to print a is max, because if a greater than b is true, then obviously a is max. So write printf a is max. So for a, we have already write the condition, but if you want to check that b is max or not, then in this case we have to write again second condition. So if, and what is the condition? B greater than a instead of a greater than b, and if this condition become true, then what we have to print? Obviously b is max. So printf b is max. So our code is completed. First save the program, then compile. I am saving just conditional statements. So conditional.c, and you can see the errors and warnings 00. So on console you can see that enter two numbers a and b. I am entering 10, the value of a, and 20, value of b. So our output is b is max, because 20 is greater than 10, that's why. Again check for another value. So run the program. Now I am entering 2, value of a, and 6, value of b. Again b is max. Again run the program. I am entered 12, the value of a, and 5, value of b. In this case our output is like a is max. So in this way we can use simple if statement. If we want to do same program using if else statement, then I am changing in definition, and simple change is here. In if else statement we don't want to require two conditions. Instead of the second condition, simply write else. So how it will work? Let's see. First compile and run the program. So enter two numbers. Here I am entered 10, the value of a, 4, the value of b. So here a is max. Check for another value. Here value of a is 2, value of b is 67. So here our output is b is max. So in simple if we have to write two different conditions, but in if else we have to write one single condition. Hope guys you understand the concept of simple if and if else statement very well. We will see you in next video with our third conditional statement, that is nested if else statements. Till then, take care, bye bye, thank you so much.